Hey y'all, we just finished our workout and I cannot wait for you to try this one. Get out there, get your workout in today. Don't use any extra excuses because I promise there's never a workout that you're gonna regret. So, without further ado, let's get into this workout. Get your fuel in, get your work in, get your sweat in. Let's go. So we're starting this workout off with push press. Now I've got dumbbells, but you could also do this with a barbell. If you're using dumbbells like I am, you wanna make sure that the dumbbells hit right at the top of your shoulders on either side. You're digging through your heels, squatting all the way down to that parallel position to the floor, and then you're driving straight up through your heels, straight back to the top. So you're gonna press, ease down, squat, drive and press all the way to the top. So slow and controlled movements. Make sure your back is flat and your core is engaged. Heading into our next move, which is a seated shoulder press, double shoulder press. So you'll notice that my elbows stop right at that parallel position, 90 degrees is the angle that we're going for, and then you're pressing straight up through the top. So you're not using anything but your shoulders to pause and press back to the top. Now, one thing I want to make sure that you fully understand is to get the most out of this exercise, do not go cheap on this. Make sure you're challenging yourself every time you do this move. Pick a challenging weight every single rep. Exercise number 3, we've got a floor chest press. So not using a bench here, just using the floor so that those elbows can come down to that perfect 90-degree angle to press back up. One thing I want you to notice is I am putting a 2-second pause at the bottom, 1, 2, and then pressing back to the top. So here's what I want you to focus on here. I want you to squeeze through your armpits in through the pecs. The pecs are your chest or your boobies, ladies. So I want you to come down and then squeeze through that armpit up through the chest as you squeeze back to the top. This next exercise, I want to make sure that you really focus on a little bit of a lower weight choice here because we are repping fairly quick, but we're repping quick with control. So you want to make sure that it's challenging, but something that you can rep constant with and still feel the burn. So this is a seated cable pull. It's called several different things, but that's pretty much what I like to call it. And you're seated kind of leaning slightly at an angle backwards, and you're squeezing through the shoulders. So you're working the back of your shoulders here, pulling and squeeze. So you're gonna squeeze and release, squeeze and release. So I want to keep showing this clip because I want to focus on form now. Notice where my hand placement is and notice that my elbows are going straight outward towards the outside of my body versus going down towards my hips. So they're leaving my body, going towards the outside, and I'm pulling towards my chest versus towards my hips or my chin. So that's important to know here. All right, we are headed into incline chest press. I am doing this with a machine, but you can do this with dumbbells as well. I will say for me personally, I do have to go down and wait a little bit when I come to this because that incline really is gonna hit you pretty quick. A thing to note here with your form is you want to make sure that your back is flat up against the bench as possible, keeping your core engaged, and then you're coming straight down with your arms to that 90-degree angle, so make sure you're not over exceeding your elbows behind you before you press straight back to the top. Squeezing through those armpits and straight back up, just like we did with the floor. So squeezing through the armpits, through the chest. Think of it as like you're reaching up to the sky to like give somebody a high five. Now this next move I like to call turn pikes. Honestly, everybody calls them something different, but this is what I like to call them. So you can see I'm kind of bringing my elbows in to press back up to the top. So it's almost as if I am doing it around the world, but not fully all the way around. But I do want you to make note that you are coming in a circle position. So if you've ever done Arnold presses sitting straight up, it's kind of similar to that. You're just at an incline position. So your elbows circle around, they circle back to the top. Your dumbbells touch at the bottom and at the top. All right, so we're headed into single arm shoulder pulls with the cable machine. So you notice there's a little pause in between. So I'm doing one arm at a time and we're going halfway up, all the way to the top, and then easing back down. Halfway up, all the way, and easing back down. Notice at that top position, my arm is 100% 90 degrees to the floor. So it's completely straight. It's not super inclined. So we really want to focus on the tension here. So tension, tension, and then release. You're gonna tense, hold, and then release. I will say I want it to be a little bit like Wonder Woman and go a little too heavy on this, so make sure you're challenging but not too much. And our final exercise, we did push-ups to failure. This is the only video I could get of Trent that he would allow me to get. But we did push-ups to failure. I think I ended up at 42 to failure and Trent ended up at 52. So make sure you get that last quick burn in before you finish this workout. And of course, we gotta talk about form. So notice Trent's elbows aren't straight out, they're slightly towards the back, and his elbows are exceeding right behind his hands. So his hands are not behind his elbows are behind his hands. And you wanna make sure that your eyes look straight to the floor, don't look out, don't look down towards your toes, and make sure your booty is not up in like a bridge. You want to make sure that you could put a glass of water on your back and it would not fall theoretically. So don't do that. Come straight back down and keep that back super flat. Oh my goodness, that one's tough. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope you can see how much we struggle throughout our workouts, because it is not easy to have good facial expressions during a workout. It sucks. My arm is shaking. If you see the camera moving, my arm is shaking. But we did good, TD. So hope y'all enjoy this workout. Go try it out. Let me know. Don't skimp on any of the reps. I promise it will suck, but it will also be worth it. So don't skimp on any of your reps. Get every single one, make every single one count, even if you have to take a couple of breaks. So it was good to have the gym to ourselves today. Yet again, it's been so nice. Have a great night, y'all. Fuel up. Hey. Bye, y'all. Hey, Fuel Up fam, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you think. Fuel up.